YouTube, what's happening? It is Monday, September 23rd, and we have not one but two Monday Night Football games to talk about today. So today we have two games. We're going to go over the stats, the records, the money line, spread, totals. Then we're going to head over to props, and we're going to look at passing, receiving, rushing, maybe try to build a little same game parlay. Had a couple of those going yesterday, missed them both by one or two things. Oh, so close to glory, so close. But hey, whatever, made it fun. So we have two games. We have Jaguars and Bills, Commanders and Bengals. Let's start with that first game right now. You can see Buffalo is -5.5 against Jacksonville. When are we going to have the conversation? Is Trevor Lawrence the answer? That needs to be had eventually, I would think. You lost the Browns last week. Come on, dude. Then Washington and Cincinnati. So yeah, we'll start with the first one, which is Buffalo, and we head over here. We can see 45.5 is your total. Jacksonville 0-2. That loss to Cleveland's terrible, and then Buffalo beat up on Miami. And we saw Miami yesterday. They just don't look good at all. So I mean, how impressive is that? I don't know. They need a trade for a quarterback. Go get Bryce Young. Just do something. I don't care. Trade for Jameis. Hell, that'd be fun. Jameis in Miami would be absolutely hilarious. So I don't know. I want some fun stuff to happen. So Jacksonville cannot score points on anyone, it seems like. They can run the ball a little bit, but other than that, they can't get yards. They can't get points. Third down is absolute trash at 28th. Defense is pretty decent allowing points, and defense is good at rushing, stopping the rush. They can't stop the pass worth a damn, so Josh Allen should have some time to toss the tater around today. Even though he's not the best at passing, we know this. He is more likely going to run it himself before he throws it to an open dude, because that's what he does. So I'm already leaning Buffalo -5. In Buffalo, I don't trust Jacksonville. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the answer. I don't know why. Part of me thinks it's Jacksonville in the coaching, in the system, in this team, but part of me thinks it's Trevor Lawrence. But I don't know. We've seen it so many times. A quarterback leaves a team and goes to a new team, aka Sam Darnold, who is balling out in Minnesota now, but he couldn't do anything in New York. So I don't know. The wrong situation ain't going to help you out much. So yeah, I'm leaning Buffalo here. Total-wise, 45.5. Both teams seem to be good defensively. I lean the under because I don't think Jacksonville's going to get many points at all. And then I think Buffalo's going to get enough points to have something like a 31-10 game. 27, 28 points, maybe. I would assume Jacksonville's defense is a little bit better than Miami's. So I could see this going under. If anything, actually, I think I do like the under. Under 45.5 and Buffalo by 5 are my two leans. Hell, those are my plays. Let's pop the props, see if anything looks good in the prop land. Let's see. So we're gonna start with I don't care about Sunday. I care about this. Let's look at the games. This is Outlier. Get you a free week in the description. It's awesome. It's worth it. You can see everything we're doing. We're sorting by games right now. That way it just makes it easier so we can see. So we're gonna start with QBs. We want nothing but overs because we make it easy to see, make it easy to read. And I got this sorted into quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or rushing and passing because QBs do run, aka Josh Allen's going to run the ball. Trevor Lawrence, let's see, his passing number is either 219 or 225, depending on what book you're at. Obviously, always have multiple books. If you have one book, you're doing it wrong. You need more than one for better numbers. Josh Allen, his number is off by 2 as well. Let's see what they've done in their 2 games so far. Trevor Lawrence's numbers this year have been 162 and 220. 220 passing against Cleveland's not bad because we know Cleveland's secondary tends to be pretty decent. So now you're going up against Buffalo, who is they're 11th in pass defense. Good luck with that. Josh Allen, let's look at you. 232 and 119, Miami and Arizona. What's your rushing yards? Let me go and just pull up his rushing yards. I know he's going to run the damn ball. He loves running the ball. Rushing yards, 2. I guess they didn't have to run the ball because they just whooped ass the whole time. So, Trevor Lawrence, do you run the ball? I don't recall you ever running. I could be wrong, but you could. Look at 45 yards. Oh, okay. Trevor Lamar Lawrence out here running for the first downs. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I don't like either their passing numbers. Like I think this is a much lower scoring game. Let's look at the rushing. Yeah. Okay, I need to put this in order. There we go. James Cook, 63.5. Etienne has 49.5. Josh Allen is 30.5. I would still, is he going to need to run? I don't think this is going to be much of a challenge. Trevor Lawrence might be running for his life. I guess that's 22nd best defense. I think Etienne's going to have a good day. Etienne. Oh, I keep saying Etienne. Etienne. Let's look at Cook first. Look at his rushing yards. Yep. Rushing yards for the season. 71, 78. Your number 63. You're going against Jacksonville's 13th best. That's the only thing they're good at is rush defense. I would take a lower number in the same game parlay, like 40 or 50. I wouldn't take a 63 as just a straight bet, though. I wouldn't take that. Unless they get up and they just let him run the ball a ton because they had the lead. But they had the lead against Miami. He only got 78 yards. How many carries did he get? Receiving, rush attempts, 19, and he got 11. It's not good. Let's look at Etienne. Etienne, you've done 44 and 52. Your number's 49 and a half, so literally between those. Buffalo does have the 22nd worst rush defense or ranked rush defense, so maybe, but he might get game scripted out, kind of like James Conner did yesterday. He had a great matchup, great run, but then he got game scripted because all of a sudden they're down 10 the whole time, and Arizona said, we're not running the ball no more. We're just going to throw it. So I wouldn't take him because of game script. That's why. Maybe a lower number, like lower in a same game parlay, but not this number. Not a shot. Let's look at... And then Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, maybe if you want to take those. Josh Allen always seems to be pretty good for it. Trevor Lawrence running for 45 yards. He might have to run for his life because I think he's going to be dropping back a lot this game. So let's look at receiving. Put them in order. 45 is the highest number in this game. Holy shit, that is terrible. It's so terrible. Brian Thomas, Christian Kirk. Here, I wouldn't touch any of these receivers. I'm going to be honest. I just wouldn't. They're so spread out. You have like 7 dudes on the screen right now. I'm not even going to do receivers. There's just no point. Why? What's the point of doing these? No. This seems the game script should go. Buffalo takes the lead. Jacksonville has to throw to catch back up. Trevor Lawrence has to run for his life. Buffalo wins the game comfortably, but that they don't score 1,000 points. So this should be Buffalo and under 45 all day. Should be. Should has not made any sense the last 2 weeks in NFL because underdogs are racking up wins like crazy. So if you want to go with that trend, you take Jacksonville. That's what you do. And then Buffalo's fighting to come back and Josh Allen's running for his life in passing. But no, I'm going to go with what should happen based on statistics and everything because leave the anomalies to the side. I'm going Buffalo -5. I'm going under 45 and a half. I wouldn't take any of these props, maybe together in the same game probably for fun, but for just straight unit bets, no, not a shot at all. So, yeah, let's go to the next game. Maybe the next game has some stuff. So we have Washington and Cincinnati. We have Cincy by 7.5. That seems kind of high, don't it? Okay, whatever. Let's go to the stats. Let's look. Buffalo, we want Cincy. There we go. Load it up. What we got here? Washington has an amazing rush D. Their total D's, rush offense is 176. Total yards 6. They can't pass really well, but it's Jaden Daniels. We know Jaden Daniels not going to throw much. That's what he does. He's going to run. He's like the Lamar Jackson offense. That's what he's going to do. That's the offense they get. Which is fine. It works. Clearly, they're 6 in yards, and if they're getting yards, it's working. And they're running the ball well. So, the defensive-wise, no. Now, I am absolutely shocked that the Cincy pass defense is first. Their defense was miserable last year on both pass and run. But now only the run D is actually bad. The pass D is doing pretty good. 128, pretty good. So, but the offense is just... Ugh. And apparently, I think, Higgins is supposed to be back today, so he should be playing tonight. I believe that's what I saw. I could be wrong. We'll see here. Oh, let me do this. Let's go ahead and look at props real quick, because that'll tell me if he's playing or not. Washington, and let's go load it up. Washington. Receivers, do we have it? Yep, there's Higgins, so it means he is playing, because if he wasn't playing, Outlier wouldn't put it on here, so, and we wouldn't have odds from books. So Higgins is most likely or should be playing. Let's go back here. Who am I liking in this one? Cincy at home Monday night against Washington. Washington gets behind. They beat the Giants, but yeah, what was that? 7 field goals? It was crazy. Did they even score a touchdown? I think that was that game last week. So many games hard to keep up with. since he was 0-2, they played the Chiefs. I mean, damn, come on. So, game script wise, this is how the game script should go based on things. Since he should be able to get some points, and Washington should have to come from behind, and then Jaden Daniels can't throw that much, so he's not really a passer, he's a runner. So, all right. But we know that's not really working out like it should be. So, let's go to the props and actually look a little closer. Burrow is just 264 everywhere you look. Jaden Daniels, you got 170, 197, and 198. You get your choices. Let's see. Let's go to 2024. 164, 258. Your number's 264 and a half. And if we look back over here at stats, we see Washington is 227 in passing defense, which means they like to give up the passing yards. I would lean this. I would lean Joe Burrow to do this, but I mean, he's getting better. 258 would be, yeah. They have a fairly good matchup too. It depends on if he's going to keep on. If this game's close, I think this goes over easily. Since he gets a lead, no, because since he might just straight up try to run the ball. Then let's look at Jaden Daniels. I'm assuming Washington's going to be behind. You know what happens when you assume around here? 184 and 226. What is Cincy's pass defense? Oh yeah, that's right. Number one. If you could stop Patrick Mahomes from throwing, you're going to stop Jaden Daniels from throwing. I don't care. So, yeah. How many passing attempts did he have? 24 and 29, not bad. Plus for pass completion. No, okay. I wouldn't take. I mean, I guess you could if you think Washington's going to be behind. You think he's going to have to throw more instead of just. I mean, yeah, it could be the move. Let's look at the running backs. See what we got. We got Brian Robinson. Obviously, he's the main guy. And we got Zach Moss, and then Jaden Daniels is obviously his own number 2. So let's look at those. Let's start with Jaden Daniels. His rush yards, 88 and 44. So I bet his number is 51 and a half. Cincy rush D so far has been absolute. Not Cincy. Yeah, Cincy rush D has been terrible. So I would probably take Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to be running a lot. He's just running that LSU offense. That's all he's doing. I mean, they're 1-1. They're getting yards. They're 15th in points. They just need to be able to get some touchdowns. So I would probably take this. I would definitely take the same game parlay. I think he's going to have to drop back and he's going to roll out. And you know, when he rolls out, he likes to take off. That's what he does. And it works. I mean, hell, if you get positive yard, it works. That's the point, right? So I would probably take, even in a straight bet, I'd probably still take this because I think they'll be behind and I think he'll drop back a lot and I think he'll roll out a lot and I think he's going to run a lot. So how many rushing attempts did he have? You tell me that information. I know you do. There we go. Rush attempts. 16 and 10. I mean, hell, you want to take over 9.5 rush attempts. There you go. There's a prop you could take there. I would take this. I think he's going to roll out a lot and run. So, because I think they'll be behind. I think. Could be wrong, but that's what I think. So, let's look at Brian Robinson. You did good against the Giants, 133, 40 against Tampa Bay. See, this game he got game scripted. They were so far behind, he just couldn't run the ball. So this game was just a miserable game to watch. I'm just gonna be honest, it was miserable. I watch all my Sunday football on Red Zone. Just gonna say that. So because it's the best way to watch Sunday football. You get to watch every game with no commercial, 7 hours commercial free. Okay, come on. So yeah, so there's that. Zach Moss, let's look at you. You guys show me you can do something because that ain't getting it done, my friend. 44 and 34? No, I need to see some positivity. And Washington has the number 6. That's the one thing on defense they're good at. Rush D. Only 120 at 16. Their pass D is much worse. Yeah, I can, yeah. Yeah, no. No, I can't take Zach Moss. There's no shot I can take Zach Moss. Not with these numbers. Brian Robinson, maybe, because he's just a beast. He gets the yards. But Zach Moss he should, if the game script's there, if the game script's good, he should be running the ball in the 3rd and 4th quarter because since he has the lead. But, I mean, look at his numbers haven't been good. What's his attempts? What's his attempts been looking like? 9 and 12. They're not even that high on attempts. Who else is running the ball? Chase Brown? I mean, it's got to be, right? Who else? I mean, it ain't Burrow. Burrow ain't running that ball. So let me look at rush attempts. Are you 3 and 4. They just don't want to rush the ball. They just want to throw the ball. Okay, which I understand. Game script matters a lot for certain games, but let's look at the receivers. Let's go over here. Chase, a lot of big popular play today. McLaurin, Higgins first game. I don't know. Gesicki. I'm not going anything below that. I don't even want to go Gesicki. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of him. Get him out there. Let's start with the main one, Jamar. Numbers are not there, but they will be soon. Washington Pasty, 79.5. Ooh, how many targets he get? 6 and 5. I think he'll get. Yeah, this is low. Yeah, the number for him is 10 today. If he's getting 10 targets, I think he's going to hit this 79 yards. So, yeah. I would say Chase over. I think they're going to start big. I guess I don't think I'm still leaning on if I want to take Cincy or Washington on the spread and the total. Look at these props. I'm having issues. Looking 17 and 22 for Terry. Come on, Terry. That's all you've done this year? Oh, no, I can't take a receiver till they show me what you can do. Like this, I need to see more, but I think you'll do more, but I can't. I'm not putting you in a straight bet. I put you in a same game parlay, sure, with like a lower number, like half of that, but not a straight bet, no. Terry, same thing. None of that for you either. Higgins, it's your first game. I mean, come on, dude. Even then, look at last year. Look what he did 20. Some games he pops off. Some games he just isn't there. So I would be cautious on this game. Very cautious on the things. Looking at the numbers. Go back to the stats. For this one, Washington, Cincinnati. I still think Cincy's defense has issues. Game script-wise says Cincy should be in the lead. I'm gonna lean on. I like that plus 5.5 for Washington. 7.5 for Washington. I think Jaden Daniels. He's won the Heisman for a reason. Dude makes plays. That's just what he does. Their offense is getting yards. They're doing their job. Defense can stop the run. Cincy's defense looks good. I still think since he has issues, I'm gonna take Washington plus 7.5. Point wise, 47.5 under. First thought was under. That's what I would take. So Cincy, Washington plus 7.5 and under 47.5. And that's what we'll do for this one. So we're fading Cincinnati a little bit, but game script says they should, but we're going to fade them because you're 0-2. That's not good. That's not good. So we'll do that. Those are the two games. Let's go back here. Yeah, those are the two games. That's the breakdown. We'll have more next week when we get here. Appreciate you watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know who you're playing in the comments, and we will see you next week. Peace.